What's up YouTube? It's RainingCardGames and welcome to the September monthly Q&A video. Now before we go ahead and jump on into patron questions, I would happily like to announce that Hogan the Grim has won our 2,000 subscriber special giveaway. Congratulations Hogan, your comment saying your favorite card and what's your favorite RCT video has won you the prize of a gold Sark tin containing a Circuit Break Special Edition along with a signed Weather Report card, a Yugioh King of Games cool keychain, as well as a few other things I may have added into the tin. So I will reach out onto Discord to contact you and how you will receive your prize. Congratulations on your win. Now, before we go ahead and jump into the questions, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Those really help the video out. And if you want to go above and beyond, we have a whole plethora of links from Ink Gaming and TCG affiliate links to our RCG merch shop if you want to get yourself an RCG t-shirt. And then if you want to really help support the channel, you can become a channel patron or a YouTube channel member on Patreon or YouTube itself. And that way you can have your questions featured in the monthly Q&A video. Now, let's go ahead and take a gander at some of those questions. My favorite thing about being a YouTuber, okay, so I would have to go with the creativity outlet. It's just a fun way, like, if you guys have seen my Yugioh Wilderness, I'm assuming, if you haven't, having the ability to go in different directions with the creative stuff that I have working on in my mind, how can I apply it and make it in an entertaining fashion. So no, I just really like the creativity that video making, and I can just apply so much that I want to try that I can't necessarily do in real life, but with video editing and everything, I can make it actually happen. So I think the creativity aspect is definitely one of my favorite parts about being a YouTuber. And then also the interaction, the fact that like literally now I can have people like giving me feedback, having thousands of views and everything. It's amazing. Okay, so for the Create a Card project, I'm not really, I mean, they're cool, but what's currently at the time of this video, we are in the about to enter into the semifinals. I feel like Photon's gonna win, but I'm like, kind of, why? I get it's an anime deck, but come on. I feel that if I were to pick one of the archetypes, ooh, that's tough. Ugh, so tough. Let's say, you know, I kind of wanted Weather Painters to go the distance because I feel they only got, obviously they had the deck building set, Spirit Warriors, and then they got one support card, and that was it. So I feel like they probably needed something else, but they can stand on their own two legs. I was thinking something for an older archetype, so then going that route, I would maybe say it would have been cool to see Fire Kings get something extra. The reason I say that is because the way I've currently have play Fire Kings at the moment, I run the True King engine because, you know, like Minazad is great, and then you can bring out Bestelos, and then you can go into True King of all Calamities and, you know, shut your opponent off, and then you have your explosive stuff with Grunix and all that stuff. But honestly, I can see Calamities being banned because it is, at some point I can see it being banned. It's just too destructive and like it's too oppressive, and dinosaurs didn't get hit in the previous ban list. I can see them getting a hit in the future ban list at some point, and I don't know, I can see Calamities being banned, so that way like I kind of need a more, that's why I'm saying Fire Kings need something a little more of a boost. They got like the Arvada is a great monster. Level 4 you summon, you can negate monster effects by just popping a fire monster. That's pretty good. But I feel like they're going to need something extra because that basically for my personal preference, to substitute the True King engine, if you know what I'm saying. So something to give them more of a powerful opening besides like a normal summon and a rank 4. So, you know, just to give them a bit more board presence to get, you know, more interaction with the opponent, or just a way to help you win out games more. Okay, so I think skills and Duel Links work just because it's a smaller, more enclosed format. I feel like in the TCG, anytime they make a skill, and let's say even they translate some of these skills over, they're gonna have to either ban those skills or errata those skills, because the card pool in the TCG is just so much more vast. There are so many more ways to abuse these skills to the point where the only ones that will probably be viable are Mountain. You know, just have that generic field spell play, but then obviously what's the point? Because then you have way better field spells than that. So, I don't know. I see skills in the TCG that will just be way too abused to the point where it's not even funny. Like, people will purposely be burnt. There's so many things. If you think in Duel Links how people burn themselves already to activate their skill, there are way more cards to actually burn yourself and take damage in the TCG. So you can just, sure, it's once per duel, that's fine. I can still build an unbreakable board or an FTK and win in one turn anyway, so that once per duel clause does not even matter in the slightest. I don't think skills in the TCG would be a smart idea. And that's going to do it for patron questions. Thank you guys so much for submitting your questions, and I hope you enjoyed your primetime slot on the monthly Q&A video. But let's go ahead and jump on into YouTube questions. If I could make a playmat with all my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! That's tough, because, you see, the thing with that being all my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters, sometimes they don't necessarily work together, so I don't know. Like, for me, the way I like playmats is I like them to have not just like a monster and like a generic color background. Like, I want them to be in a setting, in a landscape, or some kind of cool background. So, for example, let's just take a cool Mountain Valley. A lot of my backgrounds and stuff are those anyway. I wouldn't really see some monsters fitting into that setting per se, or at least they wouldn't look out of place. So like, for example, one of my favorite monsters, not one, I have so many, oh my god, which ones do I pick? Let's take Alien Shock Trooper from Alien. It's vanilla monster, that one probably could fit, but then like something like a Terra King Salmon, what's a Terra King Salmon gonna be doing on a mountaintop? If there's, and like even yeah, there's a stream, but then proportionally, like I don't know. I don't think getting all of my favorite monsters in it wouldn't work. So I think it would probably have to be my favorite monsters from an archetype, like my favorite ones from a certain archetype. So let's say if I have a cool like Japanese battlefield, and I'll probably have Kizan, the legendary Six Samurai, Shien, Kizaru. You know, like kind of build something like that. But it's tough. But and speaking of playmats, I do have a prototype design already printed of a playmat that I will hopefully be able to sell soon with Ink Gaming. So stay tuned, and that may make its debut. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, so it'll be between us. So, here's the thing with how the way the Dragunity deck is built right now, obviously we have that little rocket engine. At some point, I do want to phase those rockets out once we get good Dragunities in, i.e. Phalanx. No, because essentially once I get all the rockets out, I can then really get the Dragunity engine going, and like, I wouldn't call, you could say that's kind of Link, but like really the only Link monsters you're using are Romulus, Alpipisti, and yeah, I mean, I guess you could call that Dragunity Link, but it's primarily you're looking more at the synchros that are the end board. So like Borlode Savage, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, when the structure deck comes out, Dragunity Knight, a Reed Bear, and then something like a Hope Harbinger. So I wouldn't call it, you know, like the end board is not really a Link monster. Maybe there will be a Darkness Dragon of Dark Steel, I guess, what's it called? It's not Red Eyes, it's like Darkness Dragon of Dark Steel or something. The Red Eyes retrained Link monster from Battles of Legend, or maybe like a Heavenly Spheres. But I'm going more the pure Dragunity route, as opposed to anything from the Guard Dragon, or not Guard Dragon, from the Rocket section or Chaos. I want to be lean more to the Wind and Pure version. At least that's what I personally want to do with it. Favorite and least favorite. Okay. Favorite is a tough one. I don't really have a favorite deck that to play against. It's just any deck that has any cool interaction combos. I can enjoy. Like, I enjoy going back and forth. Those are fun matches. It drags out the experience more, so you can enjoy playing with your cards, trying to, play that chess match of everything, trying to counter negate or going overboard. It's fun. But everyone on the channel who's been watching me for a while knows there's one deck I do not like to play against. Stun and Mine, yeah. Mystic Mine and Stun, obviously, no one really likes to play against those decks. If you do, you got some weird kinks. But yeah, excluding Mystic Mine and Stun, which deserve a place in hell for what they are, I have another ticket for another deck to go with those two. And you all know what deck it is. If you don't, welcome to learning about my hatred for Spiral. And they forever deserve their spot on the ban list and should never see the light of competitive play again. No. I don't like Spiral. It's not fun sitting across from your opponent for 20 minutes waiting for their turn to end. And then you can't play the game. I don't like Spiral. You can go ahead and just chuck all those cards into the Blaze Accelerator and let those burn. Volcanic support. So a deck master would be interesting. I can see that going kind of on the lines of how skills are in Duel Links. And that's why I'm kind of hesitant. Because at the speed of how Yu-Gi-Oh works, Yu-Gi-Oh now is just so fast-paced. Bam, 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 bam. I can see just like a deck master making an already degenerate deck even worse. If you know what I mean. So let's say Dragon Link. You're already being able to play through so many interruptions. And then let's say you get into Beard. Oh, what am I going to do? I will summon my deck master. Starleash Seaford. Guess I'm going to combo off again and build a board that you tried to break and stop from happening. Yeah, I don't see... That's the problem, that's why I am really hesitant when people say, skills in the TCG. Deck, no. It will be cool for lower tier decks. And I guess maybe if they make it like a legacy support for a very, very bad archetype, then maybe that's okay. But I just see some tier 1 deck abusing it to the point where, boom, we have our next tier 0 strategy. I can see that happening in Dragon Link. And just like, I see it as just you're giving a deck that's already degenerate another extender or another absurd power. Like, I don't know. They would have to give it a huge cutoff. But then again, at that point, then maybe it's not so then maybe combo decks can't go exploit it, but then a control deck can go ahead and exploit it. Like, you can only summon 3 times this turn. Guru players. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't like the idea of skills or deck master, and that's the TCG just because it's too fast now for that stuff to happen. It can work in Duel Links where the format's slower and the card pool is smaller, but in the TCG, I just don't see it working. And that is going to do it for your questions, you guys, for this month. Thank you so much for those of you who've submitted your questions. And if you didn't see your question featured, don't worry, there's always next month. Just be sure to keep an eye out for the post on the community tab when I am shooting out there. Yeah, give me your questions. And remember, the more interesting questions, the more likely I'm gonna pick it. Content. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me, you guys. I'm going to see you in the next video.